Hello everyone, welcome back to the POPSICLE KNIGHT channel. My name is Joseph. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to check out this video. Please don't forget to click the like button if you like this video, or hit the thumbs down if you don't. It will really help me out to get this video to more viewers like you. Also, if you enjoy the contents of this channel, please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and feel free to share this content. With that said, let's get started. Today, we're looking at another Orbeetle deck from Battle Styles, so let's review its base build. Orbeetle has 110 HP and the main setup engine for this build will be centered on its Evomancy attack. Starting at 1 colorless energy, for each energy attached to this Orbeetle, you can search your deck for stage 2 Pokemon, except for another Orbeetle, and put them straight to your bench without having to go through its basic and stage 1 pre-evolution. This is the only stage 2 Pokemon that we need to evolve. We'll be playing 5 basic Pokemon for the Orbeetle setup, 3 Blipbug and 2 Chimecho. In most cases, it's ideal that you set up at least 2 Blipbug on turn 1 so that your opponent doesn't keep knocking it out, which could prevent you from setting up at all. Level balls will help out to search for our Blipbug and Chimecho. It is worth noting that I've added Dottler to this build because sometimes when your opponent disrupts your hand too often in the beginning of the game, sometimes it helps to just evolve into Orbeetle without having to depend on rare candy. Chimecho is very important at the very beginning of the game, especially if you don't have all the elements in your hand for fully evolving Orbeetle and energizing it. So we'll be using its Auspicious Tone attack, which lets you search your deck for any one Pokemon and any one supporter card. This will let you get a Pokemon from the evolution line for Orbeetle and also get Green's Exploration for the support card, which will let you search your deck for up to 2 trainer cards. You can search your deck for Rare Candy, Pokemon Communication, or Evolution Incense to completely evolve your Orbeetle next turn, or another support card for setting up on your next turn like Pierce. But keep in mind, you can only use Green's Exploration if you don't have any Pokemon with abilities in play, so make sure you use this support card before putting any Pokemon with abilities in play. And I also have Skyla so we can continue to search for trainer cards throughout the game. And once you evolve Orbeetle, it's just a matter of getting a triple acceleration energy. That way you can bench at least 3 stage 2 Pokemon right away. This is where Pierce comes in. You can search your deck for any dark type Pokemon and any energy, but we'll be using this more for getting a triple acceleration energy. All of these steps should occur within your first 2 turns. At this point, you should now be able to use Orbeetle's Evomancy. Remember that you can only search for stage 2 Pokemon from your deck, so if your stage 2s happen to be in your hand, you can use Pokemon Communication to send them back to the deck. Or you can also use Marnie. Not only will it disrupt your opponent's hand, this can also help to shuffle your hand back to the deck and then you draw 5 new cards. And I also have Ordinary Rod to get our Pokemon or energy from the discard pile back to the deck. And you can also use Scoop Up Net to remove your Pokemon from play, which can free up some space. And lastly, I have Switch for mobility. This will be the base build for Orbeetle. So for our new stage 2s that will pair with Orbeetle is the perfect synergy between Libero Cinderace, Roaring Resolve Charizard, Double Type Blaziken, and Protective Glow Chandelure. Let's start with Cinderace. It has 170 HP with the ability Libero. During your turn, when you move Cinderace from the bench to the active, you can attach 2 fire energy from the discard pile onto it. This sets up perfectly for its attack, Flare Striker. For 2 fire and 1 colorless energy, it will do 190 base damage, and you discard 2 energy from Cinderace. And we don't really care about the discarded energy because we can just keep using Libero to get it back. So for me, I like setting up 2 Cinderace so that when you switch between them every turn, you'll always have a Cinderace ready to attack. And I've included 2 copies of U-turn boards to pair with the 2 Cinderace so that we don't have to discard energy to retreat back, because Cinderace does have 1 retreat cost. And this doesn't get discarded if your Pokemon is knocked out, it goes right back to your hand so you can keep reusing it. In this build, I'll be using 3 copies of Cinderace. Next up is Charizard. It has 150 HP with the ability Roaring Resolve. You may put 2 damage counters on it, and if you do, you can search your deck for up to 2 basic fire energy and attach it to Charizard. So you basically get 2 free energies for the price of 2 damage counters. Its super powerful attack is Continuous Blaze Ball. Starting at 2 fire energy, it will do 30 base damage. And you have to discard all fire energies attached to Charizard. And for every fire energy you discarded this way, you deal 50 extra damage. And because it has 2 fire energy costs to start with anyways, you'll actually be dealing at least 130 damage. But you can keep using Roaring Resolve to stack energies, and within 2 turns you can stack up to 6 energies and deal 330 damage. This is extremely useful at knocking out VMAXs in one hit. Next is Blaziken. It has the ability Double Type. As long as this Pokemon is in play, it's considered as Fire and Fighting type. So this really comes in handy in hitting for weakness, especially against Lightning and some Dark type matchups. Its attack is Turbo Drive. For 1 Fire and 2 Colorless, it will deal 130 damage. And you have to attach a basic energy from the discard pile to one of your benched Pokemon. This is really good for recycling some of our energies back into play. And if you are hitting for weakness, this attack will deal 260 damage. The twin energies included in this build actually helps out in energizing this attack. I also added in Chandelure with the ability Protective Glow. Basically, any Pokemon you have that has energy on it has no weakness. This is extremely useful against our weakness to water. But you can also attack with Mirage Flare. For 1 Fire and 1 Colorless, it will deal 110 damage, and your opponent's active Pokemon becomes confused. And finally, I still have the infamous Dusknoir included with this build because it's so good at disrupting your opponent who uses special energy. It has the ability Spectral Breach, which disables all effects of special energy and it becomes just a regular colorless energy, and this applies to both players. I also have Energy Recycler, which lets you shuffle up to 5 energy cards from your discard pile to your deck. Next is a copy of Giant Hearth Stadium. Once during your turn, that player may discard a card from their hand, and if you do, you can search your deck for up to 2 fire energy cards and then you put them in your hand. You can actually utilize this card by discarding a fire energy from your hand, which sets up for Cinderace Libero. Be sure not to get too much fire energies when you don't need it because you want to leave them in the deck so that when you use Charizard's Roaring Resolve, you always have the energy in the deck so that you can attach it onto Charizard. I also have a copy of Boss's Orders and a copy of Professor's Research. And finally, I have 12 basic fire energies in this build. This deck build is very straightforward. Once you get these stage 2s into your bench, you can start knocking out your opponent as early as your next turn. The great thing about this is that you don't have to worry about energy. You can get them from the discard pile or the deck itself. And it's so powerful that it can best even the tier 1 decks. I'm extremely happy of how well this deck turned out. And that's pretty much it. The deck list will be in the description below. But enough talk, let's see some gameplay. Alright, so we will go first here. I think we are up against an ADP because of the box, maybe? I'm guessing. Yes, and all the metal. And let's see, we'll put Blipbug. That's the only one we can put in the active anyways. And we already have Rare Candy and Orbeetle in our hand, which is really good. There it is, Zacian V. We'll just put this energy here. We're gonna use Level Ball, get another Blipbug, or actually, let's go get Chimecho because if they knock out this Blipbug, it's gonna be really hard. So I'll go ahead and use Giant Hearth, discard 1 energy, and get 2 fire energy from the deck because we're basically setting up for Cinderace attack in our next few turns. So hopefully they don't shuffle our hand with a Marnie or something. Otherwise, we're doomed. We're basically gone. I have been testing out this build so far, and it's actually, the way it's built right now, it's actually pretty consistent and it's really powerful. I'm really liking this. I'm really liking this build. The synergy between all of the stage 2 Pokemon, fire Pokemon in this build is truly amazing. And this ADP is actually not as intimidating to me as right now because first of all, Zacian V is, we're going to be hitting for weakness once we set up here. So we'll just evolve into Orbeetle. We're just going to put Chimecho here in the bench just in case. Put another energy on Orbeetle. Discard 1 energy. And I think I'm just going to get 1 from the deck. And I'm going to go ahead and use Evomancy here. And we're just going to get a Charizard and a Cinderace. Yeah, I think those are the best options we can energize those. We can attack in our next turn, actually. That's what makes this deck build really, really good, because you don't worry about like Welder. You just energize yourself. It's self-energizing, this build. So usually with this matchup with ADP, I get so worried because with the other Pokemon that doesn't deal that much damage, ADP sets up with Altered Creation, and then obviously they're taking one extra prize card every KO, so they only just need to knock out 3 of our Pokemon and then they'll win the game. But this time around, since I do have Charizard, it has the potential to knock out a Big Charm. Okay. So Charizard has the potential to knock out ADP, actually. So we need, let's see, 50. We need at least 6, so we're gonna be hitting for 330 damage. So we need 6 energies on Charizard. So let's go ahead and charge it. Roaring Resolve. So I'm glad that our opponent wasn't able to find Water Energy just yet, which actually saves us a turn, which is really good. I could put an energy on Cinderace and chip damage ADP and just knock it out in the next turn, but I think I'm just gonna put it on Charizard. We can do some tremendous damage in the next turn. So I'm gonna go ahead and use Evomancy, get another Cinderace and Blaziken. And you know what? I should have actually used Pokemon Communication. Put that Charizard back in the deck. And I could have just gotten that instead of Blaziken. But it's too late now. So we'll work with what we have. So 310. Yeah, I think 250, 200. Yeah, we're only gonna be hitting for 280 with 5 energies. So we will have to put this energy and then Roaring Resolve. So we have 6 energies. They were able to use Altered Creation, but let's just end it there. Let's use Skyla first. And I'm gonna get Energy Recycler because once we use this, there it is. Beautiful sight, man. When you knock out that ADP and they are not able to charge the other Zacian, that's you just gotta be faster than ADP Zacian decks. So this is working out pretty well. Now the Energy Recycler can just put those energies back into the deck, at least 5 of them. And then we can continue to use continuous Blaze Ball. So we can knock out the Zacian V even. And they used up all of their Metal Saucer. So we are looking good here. I am feeling very confident about this match. They have Ice QV for some reason. It's a very interesting Pokemon to add in an ADP Zacian deck. But, okay, they will knock out our Charizard. So, to charge up Cinderace though, it has to remain in the bench. So I'm going to go ahead and put Orbeetle in the active. And we have a switch too from our top deck, which is insane. So I'll just put an energy here. Use Energy Recycler and put 5. We have enough energy in the discard pile for Cinderace to attach with Libero. So I'm going to just use a switch here. Get these 2 energies from the discard. And I'm going to use their Viridian Force to get an energy for our other Cinderace. And we're just going to attack, knocking out this Zacian V. Sweet. So... Dude, this matchup against ADP makes me feel really good about this deck. I am super happy about this. So, extremely fast, extremely powerful. So we need one more prize to go. We can one-hit KO this Zacian, but the Ice QV we might not be able to. But we can knock it out in 2 turns. But they'll have to switch out the Zacian V to get out of it. But they're just gonna Marnie. So it's okay because we can just use their Viridian Force to get another energy. Switch out into Cinderace. Beautiful. We got an energy anyways. And they got a Victini V. This is a really odd deck build that they have. It's interesting that they have a Victini V. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Why did they include a Victini V? I mean, it requires fire energy. Do they have a fire energy? Unless they have Aurora energy. Yeah, they do. Okay. So, alright. That makes sense. And they're just getting Intrepid Sword. So, we can just retreat this other Cinderace. And get 2 energies from the discard. Flare Striker. Wait, let's get another energy. Just because. Flare Striker. For the win. Unbelievable. We just beat it ADP, guys. Good game. Alright. So, we just won against that ADP. I'm pretty happy about that. Pretty happy about that. Okay. We are up against the dark type. You know, I'm looking at Blaziken right now from our hand. Blaziken could prove useful in this matchup, especially if their Pokemon is weak against fighting type. I really want to be able to showcase Blaziken also in these gameplays, so hopefully we can showcase it this time around. So I'm gonna go ahead and use Level Ball to put Blip Bug, and I'll just put it on Blip Bug right now. We can't use Chimecho's attack right now anyways, and we have a fire. They're gonna use Escape Rope. Okay. Okay, so I would have preferred it if they didn't do that, because now we'll have to discard that 1 energy on Blip Bug. Because you know what, leaving that energy on Blip Bug allows you to get more Pokemon into your bench. So either we can retreat, we can use also Scoop Up Net, but either way it's gonna discard that energy. So I'll put this energy on Chimecho, and I'll just probably retreat. We can use the Scoop Up Net to get Chimecho out from play. But for now, I'm just gonna use Marnie. Hopefully, we get some other. Oh, this is so good. Let's evolve into Orbeetle. Hopefully, I don't see any way that our opponent can knock us out. So I'll just go ahead and evolve into Orbeetle. And I'll get Pierce, and I'm just gonna get another Blip Bug. You know, a part of this game is mind game. You know, you kind of confuse your opponent why you use Chimecho to get another Blip Bug. Why? So, you know, when your opponent thinks too much into it, it adds to the mystery, the confusion, and so your opponent tends to make decisions that is out of the ordinary, you know. So with that, even though they use the Yell Grunt, we don't really need the energy at this point, and they actually helped us out in getting our Orbeetle into the active. So I'll go ahead and use Pierce, Triple Accelerate Orbeetle, Evomancy. Let's see, we can get Cinderace for sure, Charizard for sure, and Blaziken. So this Weezing is weak against fighting, so we can use Blaziken to knock it out. The only challenge with this is because Galarian Weezing is stopping our um, abilities. So Charizard can't energize itself. Cinderace can't use Libero, and Blaziken basically is not a fighting type, while that Weezing is in the active. But at least if we can energize, let's see. Let me actually use Skyla here, get that poison out, or let's see. Can get a U-turn board instead. Anyways, we'll need to equip that on Cinderace anyways. So once we knock out this Weezing, well, it's gonna come anyways. I'll just put it on Orbeetle actually. I'll retreat, get this poison out, and I'm just gonna Evomancy for another Cinderace, I'm thinking. Yeah. So I'll put Cinderace in the bench. Now we have 2 to switch out into. I just have to energize either Blaziken or Charizard. Because, sweet. So I'm gonna go ahead and energize Blaziken then. We have the Twin Energy. And we can just knock out this Weezing with Blaziken's attack. Even though it doesn't hit for weakness again, because the ability is turned off. It's enough to damage and knock out their Galarian Weezing. So our opponent is basically using chip damage, and they're gonna utilize Sableye's attack and do tremendous amount of damage with chip damage. So, but I'm not too worried about it, I guess. Their poison will knock out our Orbeetle. Blaziken doesn't have damage on it, so I'm okay. We are safe from Sableye V. Turbo Drive to knock out this Galarian Weezing. And we can energize one of our Pokemon. Let's see. Cinderace or Charizard? I think I'll just do Charizard, because if they do bring up that Sableye V, I mean, either way, we can actually knock out their Sableye V with one attack. Cinderace can do 190, and Charizard with the 1 energy can do 180 damage. So, dude, this deck is super powerful. I'm telling you guys. If you can build this deck, guys. Build this. Try it out for yourself. I assure you, you're gonna enjoy destroying your opponents. I feel kind of I guess I'm feeling kind of selfish, thinking that I shouldn't share this, because now if everybody uses this build, then when I play against you or anyone in who sees this deck, and then I lose against it. So I'm gonna use Pokemon Communication, get another Blip Bug. I'm gonna start building up another Orbeetle just in case. Roaring Resolve. 2 energies. Yeah, at least this baby Sableye is not doing enough damage. We just basically have to take care of that other Sableye. I'll just discard 1, get 2 more energies. Put an energy on Chimecho so we can retreat. And I'm just gonna get Dottler and maybe Marnie. We can do we can use Marnie to get more cards if we need it. So now we can use Boss's Orders to get that Sableye V. It's just waiting to knock someone out. Okay, they take out the twin energy from Blaziken, which is fine. You can just reattach it. And I'll just put an energy on Cinderace, retreat into Cinderace to get 2 energies from the discard. We're gonna boss's order Sableye V. This is basically the only threat we got going on here, so let me just evolve Dottler before we attack. And yeah, let's attack Flare Striker for 190, knocking out Sableye V. That'll get us our first 2 prize cards. Nice. They're putting too much energy on that baby Sableye. I don't think it's necessary, but okay. So we have U-turn board on our Cinderace. We can retreat into the other Cinderace. We can actually attach a twin energy on the bench Cinderace and still get the 2 fire energies from the discard, and it can still attack. Okay, but they're gonna use Ascension, and they're gonna stop our abilities again using Galarian Weezing. But that's fine. We can use Charizard with its 3 energies on it. I'm gonna just put this twin energy on Blaziken then, and continuous Blaze Ball for 180 damage. So we're down to 3 prizes. Nice. So we are on top of this game. They're setting up their other Sableye V, but they're gonna use their last card, Level Ball, and they're not gonna have a lot of options in their next turn. So yeah, it's unfortunate for our opponent, but we are in control at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and energize Cinderace, use Libero, get 2 energies, Flare Striker. Sweet. We do get 80 damage though, because the attack actually sets that up. They'll attack you for 10, but if you attack it, you get 8 damage counters in return. So our Cinderace is almost knocked out, but they're gonna use boss's order to get Chimecho. Okay. That's fine. I can use this other Cinderace actually. It doesn't have any damage counters on it yet. So I'll go ahead and use switch, use Libero, get 2 energies, knock out. Do we have any other cards in our hand? Yeah, no. We'll just knock this guy out. 80 damage, that's fine. Even if their Sableye V is able to attack their turn, we can just switch into the other Cinderace and win the game by knocking out Sableye V. So yeah, I think we got this. There's the other energy. They have a hiding energy, so they can just retreat with Crobat V. Or they can just attack, but still not enough to knock it out. Or wait. Yeah, it survives with 10 HP. Nice. So we'll retreat into Blaziken. Let's use this. Crobat V is weak against Blaziken's fighting type. So, hey, at least we were still able to use Blaziken in this matchup. So, good game. Alright. We I'm on a 6th winning streak here, guys. I mean, there are some matchups that I played, but they weren't as exciting. Hopefully this one... Basically, when I do my videos, I just gather the really interesting matchups that I have, or the more difficult ones. I compile them and make a video based on the build that I'm showcasing. So, yeah. The other ones didn't make it to the cut, but we'll see if this one... This is my 6th... I mean, I'm on a 6th winning streak with the Cinderace Charizard deck, which is which is pretty amazing actually. So let's see. Blipbug goes into the active. So let's see what matchup we got here. Alright, Drapion V. Alright, interesting. Interesting Pokemon. I'll just get another Blipbug. We have Green's Exploration already on our hand, triple acceleration, and an Orbeetle. So we are looking good. They passed. Now we can use Green's Exploration and Evolution Incense. Not that we need it. Definitely a rare candy. And although I don't, let's see, and a Giant Hearth. So let's use rare candy, evolve into Orbeetle. I'm gonna use Evolution Incense to get a Dottler. Sweet. Okay, good. So now we have a backup Orbeetle just in case. Use Giant Hearth. I don't think we need Dusknoir here. Get 2 fire energies. Put the triple acceleration. Evomancy. Turn 2, guys. Evomancy, turn 2. So Drapion V is weak against fighting, so Blaziken could prove useful here. So let's get that Charizard and Cinderace. So let's see. Drapion V has 210 HP. Cinderace can't one-hit knock out Drapion because it's only 100, dealing 190. So it's gonna survive with 20 HP. Charizard can knock it out with 4 energies. Yeah. So let's set up for Cinderace. Discard that, get an energy. Use Roaring Resolve to get 2 energies. And I'm gonna evolve into our second Orbeetle just in case. And I'm gonna use Evomancy one more time and get our second Cinderace. So we can switch back and forth between our Cinderace. Let's see. Yeah, they will be able to knock out Orbeetle because it is weak against Dark type. Alright, they have Pierce also. Okay, so they are using the Hydreigon engine. Cape of Toughness. Rack down. Okay, so that will eliminate our Orbeetle. That's fine. We have a backup, and I think we got 2 energies in the deck, in the discard already, so I don't think there's a need to discard anymore with the Giant Hearth. 260. We will have to attach 5 energies on Charizard. I'll just go ahead and use Ordinary Rod to get these 2 back because we'll have to discard the 5 energies on Charizard anyways. So we'll just put those energies back to the discard pile. So I'm gonna Roaring Resolve here to get our 2 energies, making it 5. And this should be enough to knock out Drapion V for 280 damage. So it was a little over 20 damage. Because of the Cape of Toughness, it makes Drapion V a little tougher to beat, but not with Charizard. It's pretty cool. Charizard is so awesome. I'm wishing that they will like reprint Charizard. And then, cause I really wanna like keep playing this Orbeetle. I mean, I'm really enjoying this this build with Charizard and Cinderace. Super strong. So now they don't have a way to energize their Drapion V as quickly because their Hydreigon is not set up yet. Instead, they're gonna put an energy on Crobat, retreat into Snorlax, and Gormandize. Okay. Alright. Alright. Okay. So, I'll put an energy on Blaziken, put these U-turn boards on both our Cinderace. And I'm gonna Roaring Resolve. Continuous Blaze Ball. It's enough to knock out this Snorlax for 1 prize. You know what's nice about Charizard too is that it has that 130 damage to its attack, which is perfect, you know. There are Pokemon that hits only 420, and it's always that 10 HP that leaves other Pokemon alive, and it doesn't get knocked out. So 130 damage from the minimum damage output with the Charizard is perfect. Perfect. So now our opponent has Hydreigon. They can easily energize their Drapion V. Hazardous Claws. Knocks out our Charizard and paralyzes it. And we're gonna put Blaziken in the active, man. We have Twin Energy. We're hitting for weakness. Turbo Drive. 260 damage. And we get an energy from the discard. We're gonna put that on Cinderace. So the wheel is turning. We can just switch back and forth between Cinderace, and we're just gonna knock out any Pokemon that comes in our way. If Drapion hits and then paralyzes our Blaziken, that's fine. We can just use switch, and we have U-turn board to retreat with Cinderace. So we are worry free at this point. This is pretty much game. Nice. Alright. And we got 2 switches. Nice. Switch into Cinderace. Yeah, why not? We got enough energies. Put that. Retreat. And we're gonna go back to Blaziken because Turbo Drive hits for weakness. Cinderace does not. So we need that 1-hit KO mark with Blaziken. So I'm glad we were able to showcase Blaziken in this matchup. Guys, we are at 8 winning streaks with this this deck build. Really happy about this. Really happy about this. We win the coin flip. We will go first. Okay, we will start with Blipbug. We have Rare Candy. We can use Skyla to get Evolution Incense, but the only thing is we don't have triple acceleration, and we have 2 of our Charizard in our hand, so it's kind of a little complicated here. Let's just put an energy on Blipbug. So we have a Crobat V in the active right now from our opponent. And if we don't, even if we evolve into Orbeetle, we will get knocked out. Okay. So they have Cursolo V, they have Greninja and Zoroark GX, which deals a lot of damage when they get enough energy. So with the Pokemon Communication, which we got from our top deck, can put that Charizard back into the deck. And I'm just gonna use Skyla here. And let's see. See, if I get Pierce, I won't be able to use it anyways. So I think I'll just use Giant Hearth. And I'll discard this, get 2 energies, put an energy on Orbeetle, and I'll just go with what I have. Charizard and Cinderace. Yeah. Okay. So this is gonna be tough. I mean, you know what? Okay. Crobat V has 180. Okay, never mind. Crobat VMAX has a 300 HP, which is not good. Orbeetle will get knocked out because it's weak against Dark type. And we won't be able to knock it out in one turn. Although our other Pokemon, Charizard and Cinderace, they're not weak against Dark type, so we should be fine. But surviving this is gonna be hard. Is this gonna break our winning streak? Okay, and then they're gonna switch out into Cursula V. So every time we attach an energy on our Pokemon, it's gonna do 30 damage counters. So I'll just use Roaring Resolve. We don't need to attach an energy from our hand. Let's see. Unfortunately, it's only gonna hit for 180, so Cursula will survive. Just gonna put an energy on Cinderace, I guess. And I'll just retreat. We can knock out this Cursula. Use Libero. Flare Striker. Wait. Let me use Ordinary Rod first. Get these two energies back. Flare Striker for 190. We get 2 prices off of that, at least. Okay, we got Marnie, which is good, which allows us to put our Charizard and Cinderace in our hand back into the deck. But we have to set up another Orbeetle as quickly as we can, because we will need more Pokemon in the bench. Again, there's no other way we can get our stage 2s. Fortunately, Cinderace has a huge amount of HP. But now we won't be able to survive this Greninja Zoroark GX. So I'll go ahead and Marnie. Maybe that will disrupt their hand. We have Chimecho, which is good. So we'll put that in the bench. And I think I could just retreat here, use Auspicious Stone as if we're setting up Orbeetle in the very beginning. Meantime, let's Roaring Resolve. We can possibly one-hit KO this GX with Charizard. So we'll have to start from square one with a Blip Bug. And we can't use Green's Exploration because we have abilities. Unfortunately, we don't have any more Skyla. Could use Professor's Research instead. We have another Triple Acceleration. But we don't actually need the Triple Acceleration. So that could definitely save us here. We just need to set up Blip Bug, use Professor's Research. Hopefully we get like Orbeetle and Rare Candy. But Chimecho definitely is not going to survive here. Oof, 240 damage. Let's see. Charizard, I think, is ready to go. See, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, we should be fine. We can hit for 280. We just need to use Giant Hearth. Get yeah, we'll get 2 energies because we'll need one for Cinderace anyways. Attach an energy here. Roaring Resolve. And we're down to 1 energy in the deck. And then let's see. We have 4 energies. Yeah, you know what? No, we're not gonna use Professor's Research. We're just gonna knock this guy out because all we need is to use Boss's Order and Gus either Corsola V or the Cloudbird in the bench, and we'll win the game. We only need one more prize card, so even if they knock out this Charizard, we're good. They also have a Dragapult VMAX in their deck. Interesting. Yeah, so we got this game. We got this. So we'll just put Blipbug in the active. We're gonna put this Fire Energy on Cinderace, switch it into the active, use Libero, get 2 energies on it, use Boss's Order, and we're gonna get this Flare Striker for the win. That was a close one. We almost ran out of attackers too. Good game. 9 winning streak, guys. 9 winning streak. So let's see. We'll choose heads. Sweet. We will go first. Yep. So we're up against water type here. Is this the one that will break our streak? Our winning streak? We'll find out. Find out. Okay, so Chandelure could actually shine in this this matchup. I just hope it's not prized. Blipbug in the active. We have Rare Candy, but we don't have Orbeetle. We're just gonna pass it on to our opponent. Hopefully, oh my gosh, I hope we get like a good support or something on our top deck, cause I don't want to get knocked out. I don't want to get oh my gosh, and then they're getting a lot of cards from our mulligans. Oh boy, we got Inteleon V. I mean, we got Green's Exploration from that. So we can evolve into Orbeetle in our next turn. Pokeball, okay. So my concern is, I mean, okay, they won't be able to evolve into Inteleon VMAX, so they can't knock out our Blipbug just yet. Not yet. We'll survive with 1 HP unless they have like Zigzagoon or something. Oh my gosh, we'll have to find out. Okay. We survived the first turn. That's nerve-wracking. So let's see. Green's Exploration. You can get an Evolution Incense, and definitely we have Rare Candy, so we can just get another support card or another, maybe a level ball. Let's see. What's a good option here? Yeah, I think I'll just get a level ball. Evolve into Orbeetle. So use Evo Incense. Sweet, we have Chandelure. Get Orbeetle. Evolve into Orbeetle with Rare Candy. Use level ball to get a Chimecho just in case our Orbeetle dies prematurely. Put U-turn board in case they Marnie. At least we'll have U-turn board there, even if they knock out Orbeetle. We'll still have it in our hands. So Charizard and Blaziken for now. We have the potential of knocking out Inteleon VMAX in 2 turns. So even if they do a bench damage, it should. I don't think it will knock out Charizard, even if we use Roaring Resolve once or twice. Yeah. Yeah, I think we should be okay. And they have Blastoise VMAX. Interesting. Snipe Shot. Okay, that's fine. Good. Our Orbeetle survived. Oh my gosh. I'll put it on Cinderace. Roaring Resolve here. Get 2 energies. And for the last time, Orbeetle will get another Cinderace and Chandelure, which will eliminate water weakness. As long as our Pokemon has energy attached to it. So okay, so nice. I have I'm not feeling great about this matchup, but I mean, you know what? We can put up a hard fight. First of all, I don't think Inteleon VMAX, I think it only hits for like 160. So with our weakness gone, Cinderace should be able to survive a few hits, like a hit or two. They're gonna boss order, not Chandelure. Oh, Charizard, no. Okay, so there goes our one-hit KO potential. But we do have one more in the deck actually. I could just use Orbeetle. Got Professor's Research. I'll put another energy on Cinderace. Evomancy, the Charizard. I mean, if they keep using their boss's order, that's on them, and they're gonna lose all their boss's orders. So that's fine with me. So now our Orbeetle's gonna get knocked out. We can promote. Let's see how we're gonna do this. We can promote Cinderace. Retreat into Cinderace, and since we're not weak against water, we should be fine. We should be able to survive one hit. Let's see who they're gonna target in our bench. That's what I'm worried about. That chip damage makes a big difference. Okay, they hit our Chime Echo, which is fine. That's absolutely fine. So we'll put Cinderace in the active. Put this U-turn board so we can retreat freely. Roaring Resolve. Again, we can survive at least one hit. A hit or two in the bench, which is good. Promote the other Cinderace. Use Libero. Flare Strike for 190. So we can knock out this Inteleon VMAX in the next turn, regardless of what they do. Alright, they're using Ditto V as well. Yeah, so at least we can take care of this Inteleon VMAX this turn, unless they switch it out. But at the same time, we have the potential of one-hit KOing VMAX with Charizard. Let's see. With that giant bomb though, we can't. If we hit 180 or more, we'll get damage. Our Pokemon will take 100 damage. So I think I'll just switch into the other Cinderace. And let's see, should I use Professor's Research? I'll just keep using Roaring Resolve. And we have one more energy left in the deck, which is not... We'll just knock this guy out. We'll get 3 prizes for it. Got Twin Energy, okay. Giant Hearth, okay, alright. I was worried that we won't be able to find that last Fire Energy to attach onto Charizard, because either we get a Energy Recycler to get more energies so we can use Roaring Resolve, or find it. And Giant Hearth from our prize was the best find, I think, and we can just one-hit KO any VMAX that they throw in front of us, which is really good. Although, you know, energy recycler would be really good. That way we can guarantee a one-hit KO for a VMAX. But you know what? They are not able to knock out our Cinderace, so I wish I had like a Vitality Band now. Can just knock out this Inteleon V. I mean, if we use Charizard, then I don't know how else we're gonna... If they evolve into like a VMAX, if they evolve into VMAX, Blastoise VMAX, it might not be a good thing. I'll just put this energy on Cinderace. And I'm just gonna use Marnie. Maybe it will disrupt their hand somehow. Okay, I'll just retreat into Cinderace, get 2 energy from the discard, and I'll go ahead and just damage this Inteleon V. If they manage to evolve it into Inteleon VMAX, we can knock it out the next turn with Charizard. So either way, we have 3 attackers. They can knock out 2, but then they'll still need 1 prize card left. But if they evolve into a VMAX, we can get 3 prizes for it and win the game. But they use a GX on the bench. That's a little bit more. We can we can knock out that GX. We just need a boss's order. So I'll just put Chandelure in the active for now. We have a switch in it. Roaring Resolve for the last energy. Oh yeah. Switch into the active. Boss's order this GX. Continuous Blaze Ball for 3 prizes. Game winning streak, guys. Even against the water deck. VMAX water decks. I don't know what to say, man. This deck build is amazing. Alright, Blipbug goes into the active. I think I have enough footage actually. I might just break my winning streak here. I'm gonna have to start with other builds. But yeah, dude, 10 game winning streak says it all, guys. 10 game winning streak says it all. So we got Green's Exploration off the top deck, which is really cool. Can get Pokemon Communication here, get that Cinderace back into the deck to get ourselves an Orbeetle. And evolve into Orbeetle, and we already have triple acceleration on our hand. That'll get us 4 stage 2s in our bench, which is insane. 2 Charizard and 2 Cinderace, our best attackers in this build, hands down. So they have Charizard, we have Charizard. Which one will prevail, guys? Let me know in the comments below, or just keep watching. See how it goes. Dude, I am extremely happy about how this build turned out. Extremely happy. Okay, they are using a GX Reshizard, which is a little intimidating, but they're gonna use Leon instead of Welder, so that's fine. We only have 1 energy in the discard pile, so we can't use Cinderace just yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and use Roaring Resolve, And we can keep building this up and be able to knock out this Reshizard tag team. We just need 5 energies. So I'm gonna build this guy up too. And I'm gonna put an energy on Cinderace and actually retreat. And that will discard those cards so that we have an energy for Libero, Flare Striker to knock out this Charizard. Battle Sense Charizard. So, dude, this is like the fastest stage 2 build that you can partner up with Orbeetle. I don't know what else to say, guys. Highly recommended, super strong. I'm sad that Charizard will get rotated out, and Cinderace also, because actually I think part of the rotation is the Sword and Shield base set at the end of this year. But you know what? Build your deck. Build a deck that you can build now and just enjoy it. Just enjoy it. When new sets come out, experiment with the new sets, and that's just how it goes. Although you can always play this in expanded after rotation, but it's not the same, because for me standard has its limitations, which actually makes it a little bit harder to compete with other players. But in expanded you have a lot more options for sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and use Roaring Resolve here. We have 3 energies left in the deck, so I'll just leave it there and use Roaring Resolve to get 2 energies on this Charizard instead. Meanwhile, I'm going to use Ordinary Rod to get these 2 energies back into the deck. And I'm just going to Marnie, because I just need 1 energy. There it is. Sweet. So we can retreat with Charizard. We can retreat with Cinderace and then 1-hit KO this Reshizard with our Charizard. Continuous Blaze Ball for 280 damage, getting us 3 prize card. Unbelievable, guys. Took out a Tag Team GX just like that. Just like that. Amazing. Amazing. So now they have a Charizard, Charmander in the active. They'll need a rare candy. They'll need a Charizard to evolve. They'll need Welder. So yeah, it's a slow process for sure. So we got the upper hand. So let's use Level Ball. See what we got here. Got 2 more energies. We have Energy Recycler. I'll just get a Blip Bug. We can put that there on the bench. Put an energy on I can put an energy on Cinderace. I can use Scoop Up Net to get this Charizard, put Cinderace in the active, get 2 energies from the discard pile, and Flare Striker to knock this one out. We just need 1 more prize to win. So what I could do here is use Pokemon Communication to get either Charizard or Cinderace in the deck. Get an Orbeetle Evolve, use Twin Energy, and then I can set up another attacker in the bench. But for now, I'm just gonna put Twin Energy on Cinderace, I think. Let's just win this. So Libero, Flare Striker, 190. We just need 1 more hit to win the game. Even if they knock out the Cinderace, that's fine. That's fine. Let's see. Nice. Okay. I think we got this. What we need is to put Charizard in the active, Roaring Resolve, to get 2 energies. The last 2 energies, unbelievable. We can put this energy and then just continuous blaze, knocking out their Reshizard. So for the win. Awesome deck, guys. Good game. Awesome deck. Orbeetle is awesome. This has got to be the most aggressive Orbeetle build thus far. Cinderace simply gets energy from the discard pile and hits for 190 damage. Charizard simply gets energy from the deck with ease and has limitless power. Blaziken hits for fighting weakness and energizes your bench. And Chandelure assists by removing weakness to water. This is basically an energy worry free deck with an extremely high damage output, and the win streak proves it. This is definitely one of my favorite among the Orbeetle builds thus far. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to smash that like button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and please consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, stay safe and have a great day.